Are you looking for fun parks in Roanoke City? Because we have some of the best options. And there's so many things you can do as a bike just zoomed past us.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, we better watch out. Better have my head on a swivel today.
That's right. Whether you're into hiking, playgrounds, dog parks, sports, or just relaxing in nature, we're gonna take you on a tour of some of the best parks in Roanoke City.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're just talking about Roanoke City proper today, not the whole valley, because if we did the whole valley, I think we have like 8 hours worth of content and video for you, which you're probably not gonna wanna watch.
No,
so.
no.
Not in one sitting at least.
Today we're gonna talk about parks with playgrounds, parks with pools, parks with trails, parks with disc golf courses, parks with dog parks, parks of all kinds, shapes and sizes. I think that's gonna be awesome.
I think so too, and we're here today. We're starting off at one of the ones in close to where you grew up, right?
That's right, yeah. I grew up just up the hill. This is Vic Thomas Park. We'll get to that a little bit later, but I wanted to talk to you about Roanoke City Parks. Their acronym is PLAY, and they maintain over 13,000 acres of public land, and they manage 69 public properties.
Woo, including 51 parks, 8 plazas, 7 greenways, 2 outdoor swimming pools, 8 recreation centers, and more than 100 miles of solid surface, paved, and natural surface trails.
And a partridge and a pear tree. That's a lot to maintain.
It is.
And we can't go over all of those, right? We just kind of cherry picked some of favorites from clients, from our own experiences. And I don't want you to forget about greenway trails.
Hey, real quick, it's Hal and Chris. If you're interested in buying or selling in Roanoke, make sure you reach out to us with the contact information on the screen.
And be sure to take the neighborhood quiz that's in the description below to find out what part of Roanoke will be best for you.
So we're gonna start off today talking about a specific park that is at the top of the mountain.
Yes, Mill Mountain Park is our most distinguished park because it is home of the iconic Roanoke Star, which has stunning views on such beautiful overlooks.
Yeah, and while you're there, I mean, you can check out the zoo, a discovery center, wildflower garden and trails, which is great for hiking, biking trails, and a fun playground on over 568 acres. What?
I know, I was surprised too. But there's other things like a picnic shelter with tables and grills, 2 mountain overlooks that you cannot miss. Even if you live here and you've been here for decades, go check it out again. There's 10 multi-use trails, an outdoor classroom, greenway access, just so much. I love it.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, like there's an actual video camera up there at the Star overlook itself, so you can tell your friends and family to look online and you can wave at them from a distance. And then secondly, you know, it's very iconic to go up there and see some amazing views of the valley, downtown Roanoke. You can see out to like Tinker Cliffs and all sorts of different mountains from up there. So definitely a great spot.
And at night too, like you can be down below the illuminated Star. It is so, so pretty. So from Mill Mountain Park, I mean, that one could take all day. You could enjoy that the whole day long. But leave room for some other ones. The next 4 we're gonna show you are kind of consecutive. They're all in a line. You can hit all 4 of them pretty easily. So let's head down the mountain.
Here we go. Award-winning park in Roanoke City in the urban center.
Yes, Elmwood Park. There is a lot jam-packed in here. Elmwood Park boasts an art walk, which is really nice.
It is.
Has some really decorative fountains and a magnolia tree walkway with another set of fountains, which is fun to play in, and an outdoor amphitheater. This is probably the main draw of Elmwood Park.
Yeah, one of the main ones for sure, because there's another one we're going to talk about here in a second that might be for the kids, right?
Yes.
So with that, we have amazing summer concert series there at Elmwood Park.
And festivals.
The ice rink is there, outdoor for the Christmas time, for winter, that type of thing. So lots of activities going on there.
Yeah, and it's a terrace seating, grassed, and it's just so beautiful. It holds about 4,000 people, so it has a big capacity for our town. I love seeing it lit up at night during events. It makes me, the energy there is really cool.
Absolutely. And you know, part of the there is sustainable too, right? So it's like they collect like 15,000 gallons of rainwater there to keep it nice and lush for you to sit your tush on whenever you're there for the concerts.
Yeah, so I love that. We're reusing water, we're being sustainable, and collecting all the rainwater in a cistern, which appeals to my little environmental science heart, and reuse that water. So what a great job. Nod to the environment. Great job, Roanoke City.
Oh yeah, here's a little trail I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to show you what Hal just stumbled on. This is still in between Wasina Park and Smith Park. There's a little bike ramp thing that's really cool.
So the 4 parks that we're gonna talk about, you can bike, you can run, or actually walk to each one of them, and each one of them has a little bit different offerings. So we're gonna dive into that for you. And a little insider tip for you is you can actually rent a bike or a kayak from Roanoke Mountain Adventures, which is right by the river and in Wasina, that'll allow you to cruise along the greenways in between the 4, or you can take a kayak to go in between the 4.
And the Blue Way.
That's right.
So yeah, we have blue ways and we have green ways. I love that idea. And you don't have to worry
When are you
about
doing it?
I don't know. I would love to do that. You know, I like kayaking. We've never done it.
No, we haven't.
should do it.
So that's right. Put it on the bucket list for the summer.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. They have cruisers, e-bikes, kids' bikes. That way you don't have to bring all your gear. You just rent it. And they even have kayaks. They have kayak outings and a shuttle. So they try to make it really easy for people to enjoy.
That sounds like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, and if you've watched our other videos, you know people move here because of the great outdoors, quality of life, so that's awesome.
Yep, and then here's the one, did you know?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you know
Tell
that
me.
the Roanoke River has been voted the best urban kayaking river in the country?
Oh, wow.
What?
What? Wow.
But we need to stay on top of our awards a little bit better here, I think,
know.
for us.
That's amazing. Well, it is true. You often say you can work downtown and then kayak home. It's a pretty relaxing stretch of the river. It's got class 1 and class 2 rapids based on the water levels, right?
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
summer, don't count on those 1 and 2 rapids. I mean, sometimes you'll have to get out and hike across the river, but
And they're actually creating, they've got some funding, and they've started planning an actual kayak park right here, just where we're about to pass here in just a couple of minutes here.
That's awesome.
On the Roanoke River between Big Thomas and Wasina Park there.
Yeah, so while you're at Big Thomas, let's talk about that.
Yep.
That's the first stop.
And that's where we are today walking right now, this minute.
Yeah, it's right behind Black Dog Salvage. You probably know that from its famous television series. And it is just this beautiful natural meadow, which you can see behind us. And it has a really surprising twist. What are those twists?
Oh, surprising twist would be art sculptures, which you probably should have seen in the very beginning of this video. One of the iconic ones that Chris was like, where's that particular sculpture?
Right.
And I'm like, it's right there. I don't see it. Oh,
Behind
there,
the
we
tree.
found it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really built into the landscape and they pop up from the grasses and the flowers. It's really pretty. And one of my early mentors and masters with Clean Valley Council, this garden is
Sign right
dedicated
there.
to her. I know. She was amazing. But this one is also cool because it has other features. Like what?
Yeah, it's got exercise equipment, which is near and dear to my heart, right? You gotta stay fit and trim and be able to enjoy the great outdoors. So,
Yes.
and you can bike and you can walk through it, that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, we're on a solid surface, asphalt style
We were just talking
trail
about
here.
the biking part,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so it's definitely beginner friendly if we're about bringing the kids over here. And if I remember correctly, back there on Vic Thomas, there's like a little short dirt course.
I think
It's got a
so.
few little jumps on it too.
Yeah.
So,
And so you've seen us walk through some of it. And now the next stop it's going to naturally lead us to, as we cross over this bridge you're going to see in a minute, is Wasina Park. Now, near and dear to my heart, this is where I spent many, many summer nights as a water girl and bat girl for my parents' church softball league.
yeah, I was gonna say, did you play there at all, or were you just playing over in
No.
Cave Spring?
Yeah, I played at Cave Spring, but I was bat girl and water girl. So, yeah, it was awesome. But lots to do here as an adult, too.
There is, and as you can see, we got bikers coming by, we got a walker coming behind us right now, and then we're gonna cross over the beautiful river here too.
Yeah, there's a baseball diamond, a skate park that is going to
There's
be...
a new one coming soon
that's
because
right.
they're doing some construction on the bridge over there, so they'll
Yeah.
create the skate park after that.
Yeah, there's a basketball court, pump track, greenway, river access. We talked about all those things. And a great playground. I mean, there's a lot in this little Wasina Park area. It's really neat. Yeah, let's check out the river.
man, that river looks so enticing. It's like 80 something degrees and humid, so I'm ready to jump off the bridge and go for a little swim. But I can't do that because I'm gonna help you guys get to the third stop on our trip right now of the 4 parks. We're gonna go to Smith Park, which is a tree-covered playground on flat land tucked away off the Roanoke River Greenway. It's between Wasina and the hospital is what I always remember.
Yeah, River's Edge,
Yep.
yeah. We haven't gotten there yet, but these are really close in proximity. And along the way, you're gonna find great playgrounds, but Smith Park is really sweet to me. I feel like it's a nice resting spot in between Vic Thomas and River's Edge. But if you're doing that big long stretch, which you said is not very long, especially if you're on a
I wouldn't
bike.
think it would be that far on a bike. I mean, in my head, and I was just remember at Vic Thomas a few minutes ago, I was like, oh, that's not that far from the parking lot of Vic Thomas.
Yeah.
Over to Wasina Park. I thought it was a lot further for some reason in my mind.
That's
so,
true.
Anyways.
But Smith Park, let me just tell you, it's really cool because it's so tree lined. It is a perfect spot for picnicking, and you can go fishing on the river and just play. I mean, it's a great flat spot, wonderful playground. It's fun. I like it.
Oh yeah, and if you like it, everybody should like it, right?
That's right. And then take your dog or hop on your bike and head on down to River's Edge. This is a really cool and large, one of the busiest parks that we have. It's broken up into 2 sectors, and it's right at the base of Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital. There's River's Edge South and River's Edge North. So that's kind of how you distinguish between the two.
And you've got ball fields there, you've got soccer fields there, you've got basketball court, you got access to the river there, so you can actually, put a kayak in over there. You can also go fishing there. So, I mean, all of these that we're talking about today, from Vic Thomas all the way to River's Edge, it's like you've got access to the river along the way, so you can cool off and hang out.
Sure.
And you got the other amenities too.
And there's a lot of large events that take place and festivals that take place at River's Edge. As you mentioned, grass athletic fields, there's lighting. This is where we see the 4th of July fireworks every year. I love it.
Yeah.
There's like a water feature, and then, that Greenway connector. And don't forget, we talked about playgrounds, but most of them are ADA accessible, which I really appreciate. So open for everybody.
And if you want to get specific about what I mentioned earlier, as far as having tennis courts, football, soccer fields, there are 8 tennis courts there that are all ADA accessible, and the soccer and football fields are 7 of those total for community sports, and those are all ADA accessible as well.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
And it's really easy to access. I mean, you can park, you can bike, you can walk up to it. It is easy park, and you don't have to worry about one-way streets or anything like that, because this area that we're going to and through Smith Park is kind of hidden. You have to go through a one-way area to access it, but River's Edge is right there, so it's convenient. All right, we're moving on to another one of Roanoke City's largest parks, which is Fallon Park. And what I like about this park is that it has an outdoor pool.
Yeah, which is one of the 2 in Roanoke City, right?
Yes.
And also they have an all-season cyclocross course. And I had to look up a little bit of history on the cyclocross because I wasn't exactly sure what that was.
Yeah.
But I think over in Europe it's like a seasonal type thing. But they were saying here in the United States we do it throughout the year. So this is always set up so you can do cyclocross over at Fallon Park in Roanoke City.
That's really neat. I'd like to check that out. Also, the Tinker Creek Greenway makes its way through Fallon Park, so you can access it by bike or on foot. And at Fallon Park, you're gonna find that Roanoke Parks and Rec, that play, remember? They host several recreational programs here each year, taking advantage of that swimming pool and other things.
Well, they've got sports fields.
That's true.
They've got the tennis courts that also turn into the pickleball courts, as well as basketball. So anything you want to play there, you're going to be able to play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's really large. You can take a picnic. I always like picnics.
The picnic shelter, that's right.
Play and have fun and sweat and jump in the pool and have a picnic. It's just a full day of family fun. Okay, we're gonna keep moving on because there's a few more we wanna make sure we include. Stay till the end because you're not gonna wanna miss the #1 coolest park That's urban right here in Roanoke City. I love it.
Okay.
So Thrasher Park, I want to make sure we hit this because it's a little nondescript, but it really goes back a lot further than you think, and it has some wide open spaces. This is where I learned how to fly a kite with my dad. It's one of my earliest childhood memories.
Yeah, whenever you look over there, whenever you drive by it going into Vinton from Roanoke City, you can see a lot of green space. There's not a whole lot of other items there, but there is a baseball diamond, there is a playground, there's a futsal court.
Who knows what that is?
Anybody know what that is? Tell me in the comments, as well as help me pronounce it, because I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly.
And they have a dog park. Did you say that already?
I did not. I missed that piece. There's a dog park there too, which I had no idea. I drive by that thing probably at least twice a week. Had no idea there was a dog park there.
Yeah, recreational center, picnic tables, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you don't overlook Thrasher. Give that a go, and even fly a kite for me, or invite me out. I'll come.
There you go. We had to take a little break right there because we actually just met a couple of guys, Brian and Brian, who moved here from California because they watched our videos over 4 years ago, so they moved here. So don't take our word for how great the parks are. Make sure you check this out from them right now.
So we just bumped into this couple enjoying a great walk with their dog. Tell us a little bit about why you chose this park, and if you like Roanoke City parks, or if it's if they need improvement. What's your honest opinion living here in Roanoke City?
Well, our first park experience here was over here on Vic Thomas next to the Black Dog Salvage. And we thought, oh my God, this is a little gem. It's perfect for our older dog. It's a real sweet place. There's a sculpture
Garden,
sculpture garden. It's next to the Greenway. It's super clean. They take really good care of it, and really safe. We feel there's nothing to fear here in Roanoke Park.
We live in Hunting Hills, and there's not a lot of walkability there, but I mean, anywhere in Roanoke is 9 minutes away with no traffic. So we just zip over here with Dolly and give her a nice little walk around every day. It's so wonderful to watch the seasons change here. All the way down to winter, when it's all cleared out and you can see much further, to spring coming and the flowers coming up. An amazing park. Train will chug right by you here, and the rivers
We
right
love the
here.
trains.
This is the best little park area here. Love it.
Love the Greenway.
That was so cool. I mean, perfect timing or what? And that's why we make these videos. So if you're even thinking about moving to Roanoke City or the whole valley, reach out to us. We want to help you learn more about the valley and also help you move here. We'll make it as stressless as possible.
Yeah, we've always got time for you guys, so you can call us, you can DM us, should put a comment in the video, and we will strategize with you to make your smooth move to the Roanoke Valley.
That's right.
So now let's keep on going about parks.
Yeah, Fishburn Park. This one is located off of Brambleton Avenue. It's one of the larger Roanoke City parks, and it's got a couple of trails, right?
It does have a couple of trails, especially you'll find the Murray Run Greenway that goes through there. But my favorite part about that park is my friend and the amazing Walters family that has the Rad Shack. That's where they set up every day.
Shaved ice, famous rad dogs with a 1990s theme. It is wonderful.
Is it 90s or 80s?
I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it's
know.
80s.
Okay.
We'll have to ask Sean to confirm.
Really awesome place, but this park features a lot, and a coffee shop is coming soon, which is neat.
Yep.
But it has a playground, it has a disc golf course, it has picnic shelters, and that I think the picnic shelter and playground were recently upgraded in 2023.
Yeah.
So
And the tennis courts also have pickleball lines on it,
that's
so
right,
you can
yeah.
play both over there, which is important.
And this is a sloped park, so you gotta remember that we are a mountain town. Some of these parks are not as flat as what we're walking through right now.
Right. We took the easy route today, just so y'all know, because y'all want to hear us huffing and puffing on the video today.
Truly, but what I like about one of the trails is it goes alongside the stream, so you can pop into the stream and play with the rocks and throw those and the sticks. It's a really neat little park.
But then if you go up the trail, you're like in the mountainside, and you don't even know you're in the city. It's just craziness right there whenever you're up in there in the nature. I'm like, holy cow, I didn't know this was even here. All right, so we've done 4 so far. These are 4 consecutive parks that we just did, but now we're gonna talk about another one that's actually not too far from river's edge, and that is going to be Highland Park, which is in the Old Southwest neighborhood near downtown Roanoke proper.
Oh, you're gonna love how historic Old Southwest is. So beautiful, and then like you said, easy access to downtown Roanoke. But Highland Park is a park with rolling hills, beautiful open space, and then it's like packed with amenities. I'm always surprised how much there is to do there, and you wouldn't, it looks a little deceiving, I think, from the outside.
I would say that for sure, and you wouldn't know it's even there because you've got all these beautiful historic houses around it, but then you go just past the elementary school and you look up the hill and there you have it, Highland Park.
How lucky those people are to live there. We've helped quite a few clients live in that area, and here's what they get to enjoy, like a playground, picnic tables, a ball diamond, basketball court. There's tennis courts
that are also lined for pickleball.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and that's really hot here. Skateboarding park, and then a dog park. We love the dog park in this area. Really neat and fun. So,
you've got some hilly undulation in there. You got open green space, of course, and you've got a rock solid disc golf course of 9 holes.
That is just really neat. But be ready for a challenge because there's hills, there's obstacles, and
there's trees. Yeah. And whenever I watch the professionals do this, I was like, oh my goodness, how do they do this sport? It's crazy how you make those discs fly just right.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I want to jump back real quick and tie that in. Second star to the right and straight on till morning. What is that from?
Am I supposed to know this?
Yes. What is that from?
Let's see. I'm gonna take a random guess here and say Peter Pan.
That's right.
Yay!
Good job. Yes. Peter Pan. Elmwood Park has a Peter Pan Park, and it is so much fun. You can imagine yourself as Peter Pan, Captain Hook, Tinkerbell, Wendy, the Lost Boys.
I'd probably be in the Lost Boys group.
Elmwood's playground. I mean, it is so much fun. There's even like a crocodile that looks like it's swimming on the grass.
So beware, be careful.
Yeah.
Don't get eaten by the crocodile.
And that's right behind the library. This playground was built in conjunction with a lot of partnerships. Love that. Go head into the library. That's the main Roanoke City Library. It has a slide
there's a slide in there in that one. Yes, absolutely.
So cool. And then take them to Peter Pan Park. That is a lot of fun. There's just parks everywhere, indoor, outdoor. I told you, Roanoke City has amazing parks.
And we'll see you on the next video.